Okay, welcome to my balcony garden. A little hard to see with the background, but we've got some plants going. Gonna give you a little rundown of what exactly we have going on here. So these two on the ends, this one here and this one here, are mini species of tomatoes, which means that once they flower and come to fruition, instead of being primarily on the stalk, they'll be branch-bearing fruit, and they'll form in clusters of 6 to 8 fruit, and one on either side. I'll see if I can insert an image somewhere here. You'll see that this one here is much thicker than this one over here, and that's primarily because its access to the sun comes from this side of the railing earlier than what this one does. And this little guy is a chocolate cherry subspecies tomato, Solaris lutercanus, I believe it is. It's from the nightshade family. And I had to reset with this one because the one I had prior here was a mini as well, but it contracted blight because of the fungus splashback from soil. Because if you pour your water from too high, the soil can splash up and onto the lower leaves and spread a fungus up through the rest of the plant. So I had to discard him, unfortunately. He was just as far as long as what these two were, but he had to go. So this one here is a CC, chocolate cherry, and 2 minis on either side. But over here, this big boy is also a CC. You can see his plumage is a lot more. Now there's no fruit yet, but it won't be long because there's blossoms. A number of these plants have blossoms. See if I can get it to focus here. There we go. And the CCs, like the mini, are a plant that produces fruit on its branches instead of its stem. So for instance, this one here will most likely turn into the fruit. This stem here will come downwards and they'll bear fruit on either side, 6 to 8 fruit. We still have new foliage coming out up top as well. So these three are in the middle here are all chocolate cherry. This one is a mini. So I've got 15, 3, 6, 9, 12, 14, 15. Yeah. These ones over here in the pots. They're in pots because this planter is used for hot peppers, and I'm going to be transferring the hot peppers tomorrow, which will be the 28th. Only because the weather temperature is going to dip down a bit. We've had 30-degree weather this weekend, and that's too hot. It'll shock your plants. So I've got to fill this tomorrow and then put my plants in toward the evening so that they can adjust to the lowering sun and then adjust to the raising sun the following morning. The beefs will come out of here, and they'll line the bench I built, and the ones that are here right now will go onto this one, going this way, because these ones don't require as much sunlight. So when the sun comes in off the side here, it comes in from the west. Oh, it raises in the east and sets in the west. So it comes over on this side, and it follows down through, and this side of the bench is the one that gets the sunlight first. And then as the day travels on, the sun will come and lower into right about here, which will shine down on this portion, and it keeps our cucumbers from getting too hot from exposure to the sun for all of the day. So these guys will get about 4 hours of sunlight, and the rest of these guys on this side get about 10 hours of sunlight. So it's good because these are a ground-bearing vegetable fruit. Is cucumber a fruit or a vegetable? We're gonna call it a vegetable. We've got some little guys down here. You might be able to see them. Down in amongst here, there is one on this plant. He's down there. Little guy down there. These are English long cucumbers, and I mixed up the species when I tossed them out here. All of them start the same. They all start the same, little blossoms, yellow blossoms. This is about 3, maybe 4 months into development. Cucumbers take a long time to come to populate fruit because the vines have to get so long. And the depth of this container is only about a foot as well. So the vines have to travel in through all of this substrate and intertwine with each other to maximize their water intake in order to plump up the fruit that they bear. There's more in here as well, but I don't like to bother these guys too much because they're, you see them down there, they're delicate, so I try not to touch them too much. But yeah, that's my little balcony garden. Doggo is asleep, laying on the porch. It's a lot of sun exposure, so they get fed pretty well. And the drainage is really good too, because by the time it gets to the bottom of these planters, it's mostly absorbed or evaporated. There isn't really much of any runoff. I've never experienced runoff from these containers. I built all of these myself, but I've never had any issue with runoff or drainage. There's more pots and stuff I want to fill yet, and even on my germination table, I still have several hot pepper plants that need to come out, and a couple of tomatoes and cucumbers as well. And in the back there's bean plants I haven't bothered with because they take up dozens of feet. They're huge, and I just don't have that space. They were an experiment to see if I could get them to germinate. And yeah, pretty fun little space. It's a good hobby. I didn't like the summer before, but now that I'm doing something with it, I enjoy the summer a whole lot more. Okay, bye.